Okay, we have a little dragon's blood here to kind of cleanse the energy right now. I wanted to do a little bit of a channeled message for May, and I wanted to get this out before the 1st of May because it is going to be a very explosive month. And I mean that in like, I always mean that in the best way because it's like everything happens for a reason. And I really feel like May is the karmic retribution that is needed to create the change that we have all been seeking. Whatever you have been seeking is also seeking you now. And this is about you internally creating the action and the change in order to allow it to come through. So at the beginning of Aries season, or even prior to that, I told you guys that you are going to be getting a glimpse of what the next season of your life was going to look like. Okay. Almost like spirit was giving you a little bit of a fucking teaser, a trailer to be like, okay, this is what you're going to be going into. But we're only going to give you a teaser. We're only going to show you a little bit. Then we're going to take you out of it and we're going to put you back where you were. And that was purposeful. Everything that has been happening has been purposeful. So if you have found you've gotten into places or opportunities or situations or you've met certain people and it's almost like it happened and then you would kind of like scrambled back into the place that you were prior to that happening, it's because it's now about implementing the healing work that is needed to get you to that point. It's like spirit is letting you know, yeah, there's some ton of good shit on the way. There is a ton of good things on their way to you, but now we need you to do the rest of this work because it's not done yet. Now we need you to do the rest of this in order to get here. So May itself is going to be a real chance to get rid of a ton of fucking stuff. Okay. This is a true moment where we are going to be confronting our deepest feelings and fears and demons in order to finally pass through it and let it be cleared from us. Let it be removed. Okay. And this is deep shit because we have full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and that Pluto energy is deep. Okay. Pluto is a very generational planet and it impacts every single person on a very spiritual level. Okay. Everyone feels it, but it's also about death and rebirth. It's also about change. And so Pluto is a very slow planet, it doesn't move fast. It's very intentional in the way it comes through, in the way that it moves through our lives, in the way that it impacts us, and in the way that it tries to actively like position us into where we're actually going. So May 5th, we have our first full moon in Scorpio coming up. That is going to be a lunar eclipse. I also feel like since the full moon in Libra and Aries season, this is where things have started opening up. This is where things have started like cracking open. And that's where like the initiation kind of started. So from the 1st of May into the 11th of June, 11th or 12th of June, a significant time period for us where we're going to be going through a complete 180 of things and completely rewriting the blueprint, rewriting our destiny, because our destiny is created by our thoughts, our beliefs, and the intentions and actions we take to make it possible and make it happen for us. So May 5th, we have the Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is a fixed sign, water sign as well. So it is going to be very emotionally intense, very intense. So if you're a fixed sign, you feel that. If you're a water sign, you're going to feel that too. But you may feel it in ways where traumas are coming up, emotions that were pushed down are coming to the surface suddenly. And you may also feel like a little bit of like relationship dynamic tension, almost like you're going to feel this a certain tension between certain people and not really know like where it's come from or why it's coming up for you. And so this is all about releasing. Full moons are very deeply connected to our shadow side, and that's why a lot of people don't tell you to like manifest or set new intentions, because it's not about that. This is finally coming to a point where it's like, okay, we're here to release. Okay, we're confronting everything that we haven't been, or we haven't been consciously aware of. We're finally confronting these parts because it's time to do that. And I always say, like, God, spirit, the universe's timing is never off. You know, when it's your time and it happens. And sometimes we're just not at a point where it's our time for that yet. And so a lot of us have been going through that specific transitional era this year, where we're really stepping into the era of, okay, it is your time, but you have to do this first to get there. Or you have to go through this. You have to push yourself through this in order to get to what you want, because it's not just going to come like that. It's like you have to get yourself to that point, get yourself to that frequency. And so a lot of you guys are going to be unconsciously showing people your shadow, and it's not a bad thing. I know it can be very vulnerable to show people a certain side of you that feels really uncomfortable, but I feel like in a way it's really opening us up, which is needed. And a lot of you guys might find your healing, or you might feel like things really impact you in a certain way when you're doing something specific to you. Okay, whether that is through sex, whether that's through intimacy, whether that's through isolation, being alone, whether that's through different healing modalities. It's like we all have certain things that really allow us to release, really allow us to get rid of our stuff. And so all of this energy that's showing up for us is really showing us that we are our own healers. We have the ability to heal ourselves. And at the end of the day, we may have guides or people that come into our life to help us get there, but we are the only ones at the end of the day that can truly save ourselves. And so this ascension and upgrade that we're all coming to is a really powerful thing, because it's helping you understand who you truly are yourself. It's really giving you those epiphanies, those thoughts, those new feelings, this upsurge of energy where you're understanding who you really are, you know, without the needing to be defensive, or the needing to protect, or the needing to be anything other than who you truly are. This is our time, okay? You are becoming your own healer, and yeah, you are becoming your own healer, and that in itself is creating your change. And we all have Scorpio in our chart, so you can always look at your chart to see where this is going to be showing up for you. I have a ton of Scorpio in my chart. I swear my chart is only just, it's like Aquarius, Pisces, and then Scorpio. That is it. So zero fire in here, except the one that I will for myself. But yeah, there's a lot showing up. I feel like it's important to be really aware of your own behavior with the Scorpio energy coming through. What is it? With the Scorpio energy coming through, there is going to be a heightened sense, especially if you obsess over things. If like you're the type of person that really obsesses over like money or love or relationships or people, or like, I don't know, you have OCD, or it's like there's this obsessive compulsive behaviors are really going to be amped up during this time. And I don't feel like it's something that needs to be fixed. More or less, it's like an awareness to have about yourself or ask other people, and to give it a little bit of grace instead of coming at it with like, you know, indifference, or I don't know, something that feels like you're punishing a person for like who they are, or the things that they come out with. It's like, just give it grace, give it acknowledgement, meet it with love. Yeah, meet it with love. Meet it with love. Yeah, meet it with love. Because again, a lot of things are being released. I even feel like stepping into like Scorpio energy as well. Scorpios have a tendency to hold on to things a lot longer than it needs to be held. Like, it's like they have a tendency to really hold on to a lot of shit beyond its expiry date. It can like expire and die and stay dead, and Scorpio will still be holding on to it till the very end. Okay, they are They are the type of people that are all or nothing. And when they find something and it's like, I'm going to work through this with everything that I possibly have. And once that closes off and they choose to let go, it's like it's done, it's gone. They don't look back. And in some ways, it's well, it's like, in some ways as well, it's like, what is it, spirit? It's like, some ways as well, it's like, what is it? I had it in my mind and then I just let it go. We'll come back to it. Or the high priestess. Yeah, in some ways it's almost like um there's a lot more that meets the eye when you see people, and you need to start seeing people as their spirit more than their physical body. It's like, yes, the outside can be beautiful and luscious and delicious and whatever the fuck it is, but I feel like we're stepping into a time where you need to really start looking at things from a spiritual perspective rather than just what's standing right in front of you, like face value. You need to be using your third eye and your intuition, your instincts to really see what's right in front of you and the energy that's perpetrating from it. Because I feel like it's really going to help you moving forward um, with your own discernment and with your own boundaries. Yeah, with your own discernment, with your own boundaries. And going into that, I feel like a lot of things that are going to be crushed, like a lot of things that Pluto is coming in to really clear out, is a lot of self-righteousness, a lot of like narrow-mindedness, a lot of evil and dark energy, a lot of things that are not working. It's like that karmic retribution will be fucking swift. And so it's important to be taking the high road. Don't do things the easy way. Be really aware of your actions and how it's impacting other people. Because I feel like if you're really obsessed with certain things, and you're like, I don't care what it takes, I don't care who it hurts, I don't care what I do. It's like I know this is my vision, I'm working towards it. I feel like in a way it's like pulling back on that and actually being aware that this type of behavior is not going to move you as fast or as forward as you think it will. And what's going to actually help you is staying in your heart, is actually being true to yourself, is being in a way selfless. It's like doing things without the intention of actually getting anything back, because you could do things that are really good, that feel really good, and you won't get anything back with it in that interaction, but the universe is going to give you other things. So it's like, allow patterns, habits, these thoughts to really leave your mind, um, and stick close to what feels authentic to you. You don't have any control over anyone except yourself and your devices. And so stick with that. Follow where that is leading you. Ride that wave of where Pluto is wanting to take you. Because if you are choosing to do things from a very like shadowy, deceptive, evil, dark kind of place, Pluto is going to come in to kind of cut you off at your throat. It's going to come in to like really put a block in your world, which may be in finances, it could be in money, it could be in opportunities, it could be in relationships. It's going to put a stop to it. So if you're not listening to your intuition, you're not listening to your instincts, you're not taking the time to focus on what spirit is trying to tell you, because you're so fucking tunnel vision about like what you really want, it's going to cut it down the middle. And it's going to have you fucking rotating 180 to come back to center focus to go, okay, maybe I got a little bit too into this and I just need to like come home to me to see the big picture. Okay. To see myself fucking clearly. Because we're going through a huge death and rebirth moment. It is here. And I feel like those dates that I gave between the May the 1st and the June the 11th, I said, we are really going to be going through a 180 moment where there is going to be a lot of expansion. It is going to make you want to run and hide and go back into what's comfortable and what's known and like the person you were before. But you're not going to want to do that by the time June comes around. I really feel like a lot of us are going to be so fucking sick of the old. of doing the same shit, of being in the same place, of doing the same things, of being around the same comfort zone and level where you know you aren't growing. We're really coming to a standpoint where you're sick of the old way and you're not going to look back at it anymore. You're only going to be looking forward. You're going to be present and looking forward in your destiny, in where you're actually going. So, a lot of very spiritual things are coming up. Just be aware of it, be aware of the energy, take your time with things, and just trust your progress, trust your process and how you do things, because God doesn't miss. Okay, things are happening in your life for a reason, in the time that they're meant to. If you try and force things, you're going to find that they close up shop. But you need to have discernment about it. Okay, sometimes we have to go through those hard moments, those uncomfortable things, the dark energy. Sometimes we have to go through those experiences in order to learn, in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to become stronger, in order to find love, in order to find God, in order to see its purpose. So let's do 3 cards because we've been talking a lot. Back of the deck, we have a Chariot energy, which I've been feeling. There is something coming for us. There is something very big coming for us. Okay. And Spirit has been preparing you this whole entire time. It has all been preparation. All been preparation. But now you need to continue with that. Stay focused on it. We have the Hermit and the Nine of Cups energy. Yes, the Hermit, 100%. Okay. That sunshine is about to spotlight you in a huge fucking way and take you out of where you've been sitting. Ace of Wands at the bottom, coming to life. Things are coming to life for you. It's not about rushing into it. It's going to happen when it needs to happen. You need to trust in that process. You also need to trust in Spirit. You know, it's never going to lead you astray when you're fucking listening. So Hermit energy coming out. I feel like this is also Scorpio energy for like last 3 years, last 4 years, last 4 years. Yeah, 2019. The last, is that 4 years? 2020, 2021, yeah, Jazz, get your fucking maths on. Yeah, the last 4 years coming out of this in a big way. That light is going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, because time's up. That's what Spirit is saying. Time is up. That time is come to an end. For a lot of you guys, you've had specific moments where you've either been awakened by something, or you've met a person, or you've met something that has awakened you, and you need to see the bigger purpose behind it. Okay, because what you think it is isn't actually what it is. You need to take a step back to see the big picture of things, because it's only the start. Nine of Cups energy is you're getting something, you're getting a wish fulfillment. The sun came out. This is your overall happiness. Okay, a lot of you haven't really been happy. If anything, you haven't really been happy. You've been content. You've been, okay, this is it. Like, you've just accepted some things as a part of your life, but it's like you've never truly found your own piece of fucking happiness. And this is the world fucking exploding for you. Okay, let's do 2 more. 2 more. So look at that sun coming in. So beautiful. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're being open for this. 6 of Pentacles energy is like, it's the give, it's the receiving, it's the intentions, it's the actions, it's what you're doing every single day. I always say this is like infinity. It's like what comes around goes around. What you've been putting out is coming back. Knight of Pentacles energy, it's like some of you guys have been you've been manifesting, putting in a lot of work for a long time period. For a long time. You've been fighting this fight for a really long time. The universe sees that, but you also had to go through that journey. You had to go through that journey. And so Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, this is what's happening in May. Okay? Because as you can see with the Ten of Wands, this is like you're moving into something new, but you also got all this fucking baggage still. And it's like Spirit needs you to drop that shit. Okay, and slowly as you inch forward with like your little carry-on or whatever, some of you could be traveling, your little carry-on, it's like things start to fall away. And it's like what seems like huge chaotic mess suddenly begins to be simple. Life begins to be simple, easier, more flowy. And then there is the beginning of your next lifetime. I feel like a lot of you guys also in this life um have really healed a lot of things. You've had to go through a lot of struggles. And I feel like your next life, even like the season you're moving into, yes, good things are coming, but I really feel like you've set yourself up in a way where the next life you are reincarnated into will not be the same because you've paid a lot of karmic debt. You've had to go through a lot of things. You've made a you've made an energetic choice to go through things that you needed to go through and fight the fight in order for your next life to be different. You did that. And so this next season of life you're walking into is going to be your true beginning of your life, of everything. And then Three of Swords on the bottom. A lot of you guys have been going through this, okay? And it's getting patched up again. It's getting patched up again. Empress energy, Sagittarius. The Nine of Cups came out again. This is our last card. So your wish is coming true. Everything that is meant to be for your best and highest good is going to come to life. And look at her, what she's doing as well. It's like she's not stressing. She's not worried. She's not concerned. She is free. She is free. And everything comes to her. So I love you guys. Continue opening yourself up. Continue choosing yourself. Love you.